You're listening to The Lyndia Grant Show. Think on these things with Lyndia Grant.
Well, good evening, Radio 1 listeners. Welcome, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, and Baltimore. Thank you for joining me on Think on These Things. I'm your host, Lyndia Grant. Our show provides good, positive information to transform your thoughts and improve your life. You know, you have to pay close attention to your thoughts because we do become what we think about. So think on these things. My special guest today is First Lady of Gospel, Pastor Shirley Caesar.
God will make a way. I know that He will. I've seen it and He will. Oh, God will bring you out. I know that He will. I've seen it and I know He will. If you just let Him make a way.
I'm Latrice, the receptionist at the malpractice law firm Jack Olander & Associates. I answer the phone when you call 202-879-7777. Our experienced malpractice trial lawyers, Jack Olander, Harlow Case, Sandra Robinson, and Melissa Ray, are assisted by Dr. Robert Shaban, our of-counsel pediatrician and lawyer, and by our in-house nurse attorney consultant, Leslie Zork, who was a labor and delivery nurse for 10 years. Since Jack Olander won the first multi-million-dollar cerebral palsy case in the country, we concentrate on cerebral palsy and other major injury malpractice cases. You can reach us at 202-879-7777 or jhopc@olander.com. We'll look forward to your call.
AmeriHealth District of Columbia wants you to get healthy, stay healthy, and live well.
I'm healthy because I make healthy choices. I exercise for 30 minutes every day, even if it's going for a walk. I eat healthy foods, have a doctor that I see when I need to, and get a checkup every year. AmeriHealth District of Columbia helps me stay healthy with the benefits and services they provide. I'm healthy because I'm an AmeriHealth DC member.
To learn more, visit us at AmeriHealthDC.com. This program is funded in part by the government of the District of Columbia Department of Healthcare Finance.
Make a way. I know that He will. I've seen it and He will. Oh, God will bring you out. I know that He.
Well, I'm so glad. I just want to hear Pastor Shirley Caesar's voice first, and then I'm going to introduce it. Hello, Pastor.
Hello, hi.
Oh, you're a lady from my home state. You know, I'm born in Kinston, North Carolina, so.
Oh, right.
I don't know if you're in North Carolina, but hello. How are you today?
I'm in North Carolina right now.
All right, now, I got relatives in your area, too. Let me just introduce
wonderful.
her.
I pastor in Raleigh, North Carolina, but Durham is home.
Yes, I got relatives that live down there. Let me introduce everybody but I want to give a formal introduction. Pastor Shirley Caesar is the winner of 11 Grammy Awards, 18 Dove Awards, and 14 Stellar Awards. She was inducted into the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame in 2010. Her first recording at the tender age of 13 was done in 1951. Guess what? That was the year I was born. I'm 63 years old, folks.
Wow.
That's how long she's been singing. When I was born, and I was 13 pounds, Pastor Caesar.
Watch out, girl.
She has collaborated with a wide range from Dottie Peoples, Jay Moss, to Kirk Franklin, to Al Green, Whitney Houston, and Faith Evans. In addition to various roles in film, TV, and on Broadway, Pastor Caesar has recorded some 40 albums over the course of her illustrious 6-decade career. The most recent was A City Called Heaven, released in 2009. And then in 2013, she released a new album called Shirley Caesar, Good God. And you just heard a couple of the songs from that album. Let me just say hello to you again. And to start the questions off by talking about how your music has changed up a little bit. We're going to play some of your old music before we go off. But after you've recorded more than 40 albums, you now have a traditional sound. What compels you to switch up your vibe on your new album, Good God?
Well, because of the fact we have so many wonderful young singers out there.
All right.
And I've got to stay in the race. I didn't say I want to. I've got to. It is a must. It is mandatory that when they look over their shoulders that they see Shirley Caesar.
Amen.
So that's what causes me to want to change. Mm-hmm. And I know how far to cross. Mm-hmm. And wherever I cross, I'm taking the cross with me.
Amen. Amen. I hope one day I can come down and hear you preach, because I know I was looking at a lot of your interviews, and you said in your travel, you travel anywhere in the country as long as you can get back to Raleigh in time to preach on Sunday morning. Yeah,
well, you know, I'm trying to, but the older I get, I'm finding it harder and harder mm-hmm. to sing on Saturday night, say, for example, in Miami. In fact, I'm already booked for Miami and Fort Lauderdale, somewhere down there. But then I got to turn around on early Sunday morning and fly in and fly right back out to do a Sunday night concert. And I'm finding it harder and harder to do.
Well, that's why I wanted to talk to you about the amount of travel. Tell us about how much travel you do during the course of a year.
I don't do as much now. My husband 9 months ago went home to be with the Lord, mm-hmm. and now I'm somewhat free to travel as much as I'd like to. But I'm older, so I try my best to take care of me. Mm-hmm. I come first.
Amen.
I come first.
Right,
because
you might not
God
feel like
cannot use me if I'm all broke down and full of sickness and stuff. So I try to take care of me first. Mm-hmm. And so I imagine now I'm traveling about maybe 50,000 miles. I was like about 150,000 miles a year. Mm-hmm. No more.
Oh, amen. For 50,000 is still a lot.
It is. I'm telling you, it really is.
But you know what, Pastor, since you've been singing since you were 13.
No, I started when I was 3.
Oh.
I sang my first song when I was 3 years old.
Oh, that was just your first recording at the age of 13?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were turning the churches out even at a little age, huh?
I was baby Shirley. I'm Mama Shirley now. But, my voice has always been bigger than me. And so consequently, even as a little girl, baby Shirley, when the Lord, when I'd open my mouth, the Lord would stand up.
Yes.
And so now what I'm doing, because I believe that longevity is better than anything, and I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Amen. That's what I thought. I mean, really.
Yes.
And you know what? I've been watching the Sweeping Through the City video because I lost my mom, and I've been listening to your albums and watching you on YouTube, all that shouting. Have me get up shouting. You just be cutting up in there, Pastor Caesar. I love it.
I'm a dancer.
Yes. That's my mother learned your steps.
I do both. I sing and dance.
When I see you, I think about my mother because she had your step down pat. She's in heaven
really?
now. Oh, she had it down pat, baby. She was an evangelist preaching woman, but I didn't know she had your step until I started watching you. I had to get up off the bed. I said, "There's my mother shouting. That's that Pastor Shirley Caesar shout." Yes, indeedy. So I just want you to know how much I've been enjoying your show. And I also want you to know I've been trying to get you for a whole year. I've been calling, even before your husband died, I was calling your church. I want you to know. So I thank God for you being here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. One of the main things that I say to people, tell them, you pray for me because I'm not going to make you ashamed.
Oh, no, I know that.
No, I'm not going to make you ashamed.
I know that.
I feel like that every time I stand, I'm representing women all over the world. Yes. It does not matter from what background, doesn't matter whether they're black, white, or whatever. Mm-hmm. I represent you, but I also represent the brothers because I am a pastor.
That's right.
And so I love what I do. I love it.
I know you do. We can see it. Let's hear a little bit more of some of your music.
Okay.
All the time, yes. And all of the time, yes. God is good. Yeah. He's the God that provides. He's the real good God.
All right, Pastor Shirley Caesar, and then we're going to play a little bit of I Remember Mama, too. But while we get ready for another song, tell us, what steps have you taken to stay faithful for 6 decades?
Wow. Well, I think that mainly I try to live what I sing. I don't live one thing, and, you know, when you see me walk out on the stage and then after I walk off the stage, I'm somebody else. Mm-hmm. What you see is what you get.
Amen.
That's it. That's it. So I believe mainly that's got to be number one. It's got to be number one. Mm-hmm. And number two, I try to stay current because I want the Kurt Franklins and the Kurt Carrs and all of these beautiful young singers to know that God is still using me even though I'm over 50.
Mm-hmm. Amen. Yeah, because I noticed James Fortune worked with you, who's from Radio 1 here. I saw his name on your album.
Oh, yes. In fact, the song God Will Make a Way, he wrote that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And but there's another song on there that he wrote, You Stayed.
Okay.
He wrote that.
Uh-huh.
I'm grateful to Kurt Carr for all of the wonderful songs that he wrote on my last CD also.
Okay. Well, very good. I am just so thrilled. And I want to say to you before we conclude our interview, how good you look. You look so fabulous.
Thank you, lady.
Oh, you be sharp now. You're looking sharp. Every picture I see, you look gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
So, and I want you to know I have never heard you in person, and I know one day I'm going to get that chance.
You've never been to one of my concerts?
No, ma'am. I hate to even say that. As much as I've been trying to get you on my show, I have not.
Wow.
And I just found out you were in D.C. last year during the time I was trying to get you. And I said, if I had known, I would have got me a ticket.
Yeah, well, I'm there every year with our church, our international convocation, Greater Mount Calvary Holy Church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm one of the pastors in Mount Calvary.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to certainly keep up with that and make sure that I get a chance to meet you because it has been wonderful.
Please,
my
please
co-host has a question for you.
Well, actually, I wanted to ask, what time of the year does that normally take place that you're here?
I think that it's in July this year. I'm thinking that it's like around the last week or something like that. I don't have our church calendar with me.
Okay. But we can find out from Greater Mount Calvary. We'll look it up.
It is our international convocation.
All right.
I am there.
Yes, ma'am. Now I know.
Oh, yes.
And we'll look forward to seeing you for sure.
Well,
Please do.
I thank you so much for being my guest today, Pastor Shirley Caesar. We're going to play a couple of more songs before you go, so don't go yet. Let's hear I Remember Mama or something.
Okay.
Yeah, sing that thing.
It might seem empty, but it was more than others had. It had a lot of love way down deep inside. Yes, it did. And I remember Mama in a happy way. I remember Mama in a happy way. The child that's on cocaine, through prayer he can change. That marriage that's on the verge of breaking up, although sometimes you have to walk. Oh no. Now you ask yourself, is there a word from the Lord? Oh, from the Lord.
All right, well, we have to say goodbye to Pastor Shirley Caesar and to thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I'm so glad you were able to be my guest today.
Oh, thank you so much. And it is my prayer that you all enjoyed a wonderful Easter and a wonderful Holy Week.
Yes.
It is my prayer that as Mother's Day and all of these other wonderful days are approaching us, that God will do exceeding abundantly above whatever you'd ever ask or think of him. God bless you.
And
Amen.
God bless you, too.
And
Thank
as
you.
well.
AmeriHealth District of Columbia wants you to get healthy, stay healthy, and live well.
I'm healthy because I make healthy choices. I exercise for 30 minutes every day, even if it's going for a walk. I eat healthy foods, have a doctor that I see when I need to, and get a checkup every year. AmeriHealth District of Columbia helps me stay healthy with the benefits and services they provide. I'm healthy because I'm an AmeriHealth DC member.
To learn more, visit us at AmeriHealthDC.com. This program is funded in part by the government of the District of Columbia Department of Healthcare Finance.
Washington Informer religion columnist Lyndia Grant.
Ida B. Wells, born into enslavement, was a journalist and activist. An avid reader, she read through the entire Bible many times. Wells was once asked to leave the ladies' car and sit in the colored train. She refused and train officials pushed her. Ida B. Wells retaliated but was pushed off the train at the next stop. A crowd of whites applauded. She vowed to get even. 3 of her close friends were lynched for opening businesses that cut into profits of whites. Everything changed for Wells. She spoke out internationally against lynching of blacks for the rest of her life. Through her efforts, lynching in America nearly disappeared by the time of her death. An NAACP founder, we salute Ida B. Wells for Women's History Month.
Read more in the religion column of the Washington Informer, an award-winning African-American newspaper. We don't report crime or gossip, just positive news. Pick up the Washington Informer or visit us online at WashingtonInformer.com. Call 202-561-4100 for more information.
You know, all too soon, seemingly our children grow up overnight. They get married, some of them go to college. They move away from home to New York and Chicago and other places. But the saddest thing about it is that they forget that they have a darling mother back home. So it is, I'm thinking about a young man who left and moved away to Germany. And while he was there, he was critically wounded, so much so that the doctor said that he never would walk again. He had braces on his legs, and another sad thing happened to that young man. He lost his mother, and the family tried to get in touch with him, but to no avail. And finally we see that young man standing with braces on his legs before a fresh grave, with one faded rose in his hand. And as he began to drop the petals from the rose on that grave, he began to talk to his mother. These are some of the words that he was saying to his mother. Petals from this faded rose, mama. Mama, I try to give you flowers every now and then. Yeah, yes, I did. If I had $1 million, I'd line your grave with gold, but that would wake you from your sleep as eternal ages roll. So petals from this faded rose is all I have to give. But Mama, I try to make you happy while you live. You know, while that young man stood there, dropping the petals on that fresh grave, two of his sisters drove up in a big fine car. They got out and they put their arms about his shoulder. One of the sisters said, "Brother, don't cry." I said, "You know we did all we could to get in touch with you. But one thing I did, I knew that you would be pleased with. I took my diamond ring and I placed it on Mama's finger." And the other sister said, "Brother, so do you remember that fur coat that I had? I draped it about Mama's shoulder." But the young man standing there crying couldn't think about diamonds and furs. All he could think of was that the best friend he had was gone. And with a few more petals left on that rose, he continued to drop them on the grave, and he said to his mother, "Diamond rings, and silver things, Mama, I never had to give. But Mama, I tried to give you a flower every night and day. Yes, I did. If I had $1 million, I'd line your grave with gold, but that would wake you from your sleep as eternal ages roll. So petals from this faded rose is all I have to give. But Mama, I try to make you happy while you It's alright, it's okay. Don't you let your troubles get in your way. Just believe and have faith. Know that He is with you every day. Sometimes it's hard to say you're doing okay when you're trying to hide the pain on your face. Times are getting harder. You pray and you pray. Just keep hoping, believing, hold on to your faith. It's alright, it's okay, and it's okay. Don't you let your troubles get in your way. Don't let your troubles just believe. Just believe and have faith. Know that He is with you. Know the Lord is with you all of the way.
There are times when you can't seem to find your way. The skies are dark and you can't tell night from day. Put a smile on your face
Thank you for listening. I hope the positive information you've heard today will improve your life. For more inspiration, read my column in the Washington Informer Religion Corner every week. Our guest next week will be Zuri Nia and Dr. Larice G. This is a health show, folks. You don't want to miss this exciting testimony. Be sure to listen. I'm your host, Lyndia Grant. Until next time, remember to pay close attention to your thoughts. We do become what we think about. So think on these things. Good day.
Thank you for listening to the Lyndia Grant Show. Think on these things with your host, Lyndia Grant.